Okay, so Budapest by George Ezra. Um, Mainly made up of the chords G, D, and C. And the main challenge, I would say, is the rhythm that is being played on the G chord throughout the verses and the intro. Also, bear in mind that on the on the recording, in the original studio recording, the his guitar is tuned down a whole step. So he's going to be so if you want to experiment with that, you're welcome to. You're going to you're going to need to tune your strings down to D, G, C, and then F, A, and D again. That's going from the low E string. Everything tuned down one whole step. Okay, so what this is going to involve is our normal sort of finger picking technique, but the first finger, middle finger, and ring finger are going to be plucking the D string, G string, and B string, which is a little bit different from what we've been doing in the past because we've been plucking the G string, B string, and E string. Okay, and then what you're going to be doing is you're going to be holding. You can actually just hold down your two-finger version of your G major chord with the ring finger sitting on the B string and the middle finger on the root, like we always do. You want to make sure that you curl that middle finger though, because what we're going to be doing, the little challenge, is you're going to be hammering on with your first finger from an open string, open A string, to a B string, to a B note at the second fret. Because this is how the rhythm is actually going in the main part of the song. You're going to pluck the E, the root notes on G. Then you're going to pluck the D string, G string, and E string together. Then your thumb is going to move to the A string, and you're going to hit the A string. You're going to hammer on, and then you're going to pluck the top strings again. So it's going to sound like this if I play it slowly. Not massively difficult at a slow speed like that, but if we play it up a little bit closer to the tempo of the song, it starts becoming a little bit trickier. So you've got this continuous bass line going. Throughout the whole time, with then these higher strings plucked in between. And your counting for this is purely eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and... The hammer-on creates a 16th note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and... Try not to think too much about the counting. Keep maybe just get to grips with the feel of it first. Right. So that's basically for the whole verse. So it gets played twice every time. Then when he starts singing the "But for You," he's just going to a normal C chord. No fancy hammer-ons there, nothing like that. You're just going to be separating the bass note and the higher strings. And your fingers are still plucking the same strings, the D string, G string, and B string, with the thumb just playing from the A string now, because we're playing a normal C major chord. And you're just going to be doing this. And that is also just being played as an eighth note rhythm. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it just takes us back to the G chord again on "I'd Leave It All" when he goes back to that part. So it would be twice through the C. 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Fairly simple and straightforward. Then what happens in the chorus is he actually just goes up to a D chord, comes down to a C, and back into that same theme on the G. For the D chord now, you definitely do want to swap change the strings that you're plucking to be plucking the G string, B string, and E string again because of the nature of that D major chord. And you're actually just going to be playing that for one bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down to a C major. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and remember to change the strings that you're plucking when you move. You're going to move from the first string set starting on the G, B, and E when you're playing the D chord back to the D, G, and B strings when you're plucking the C. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then it's straight back into our G chord that we started with. Very straightforward little song. Nothing too hectic. No bridges, no nothing like that. Verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Very simple. Be good to look at a couple of live clips of how he does it. And I've checked out quite a few of them are all still in tuning, which is down a whole step. But if you can find one where he is playing it in standard tuning, that's great because then you'll be able to play along to it. Other than that, you can experiment with detuning your guitar. So one more time through that main little rhythm. E string, pluck the higher strings, thumb moves to the A string, hammer on with the first finger, and plucking the same 3 strings again. Up to a C. 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, back to G, 1. That's the verses. Then up to a D chord, straight away down to a C. Remember, the D and the C are only ever played for 1 bar each. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and back to G. I hope this is nice and clear and that you don't have any issues. You're welcome to get in touch if you'd like to, if you've got any questions or anything. Take care. Hope you enjoy this one.